This is Oluwaseun Afilake Afi from Parenting Network and Igniting Network. What are we about? We are about supporting parents to support their kids. We support teenagers. We help you support your teenagers through the 7 years of complex teenagehood to becoming an adult, to becoming an effective, productive, and outstanding adult and outstanding leader. We also support parents in the home such that there will be stability and there will be reduction to antisocial behavior. Before I go on to the topic for today, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell too, so that I can notify you every time we upload a brand new video on YouTube. This is to support you on your parenting journey. Stay tuned. This is Oluwaseun Afilake. How are you, Facebook friends and family? Just 1 minute, I want to share that on my page before I start. So today, I just want to talk to parents, especially fathers, on how to support your kids. Everybody's at home. Majority of people are at home at this time. More fathers are at home than ever before. So I'm talking more to fathers because that's what I love to do at this time. So I'm here to just give few tips on how to support your children or your child at this time, especially the ones that are meant to do GCSE and A levels and it's all been cancelled. We need to know that interruption does not stop progression. We need to know that this is not holiday yet, and this is something that we need to subtly pass down to our kids. That yes, we are at home, there is the shutdown, there's the lockdown or what have you, or whatever you call it, but that does not stop, progression. People, the Ministry of Education, the examining bodies of school empathize with everyone that's been affected, but that doesn't stop their decision. So the guideline is out already on what to do, and I'm sure everybody is aware of it. Of course, we know that the exam has been cancelled. No going back on that. For GCSEs and A levels, the exam has been cancelled. There's no going back on that. But what we do know is that children at this time are really demotivated. They are demotivated because everybody, you can put yourself in their shoes. You have what? For example, this is what my daughter told me the night I told her that her exam has been cancelled. She just busted into tears. And, she just said, this is not fair, because right there and then she was actually still revising. Said, this is not fair. Why should my exam be cancelled after working so hard for it for a couple of years? So we need to applaud them for working hard till this time. But we also need to know that a lot of them are demotivated. And all we can do is to support them to get them back right on the track. Because this is just a phase and is a bit of interruption, but it will come to an end. It will come to an end. And what I want you to do, especially dads, because this is a sort of bonding and telling your kids or your children that you care about them as well, is to lead in this. I want you to lead this. I just implore you. I can't direct you, but I can just advise you. So I'm advising dear dad, dear father, to lead in this and have a chat with your child. For example, in the UK, this is April. Normally, most kids, the GCSE and A level, they do their exam. Thanks for joining. It starts in April and probably around June finish. So we're saying that normally they carry on with their studies until June, end of June, and they have most secondary schools till July, and then they have August as their resting time, 6 weeks, and they go back in September. But what is happening now is it seems like the holiday has started already in April, May, June, July, August, September. So let's say 5 months. So they have 5 months of holiday, and that's a lot. What can they do at this time? A lot of kids will think that this is, especially, remember I'm talking about GCSE and A-levels, especially the ones that are doing A-levels and GCSE. Most GCSE, most secondary schools have stopped giving GCSE students work to do at home, and that compounded the matter as well, because a lot of kids will think that, well, if my teacher is not giving me work, basically they've told me that the year has ended for me, and that's the end of it. However, that's not the end of it, because schools, either we like it or not, let's even assume that, the new academic year will start as normal in September. What have you done between now and September? That goes a long way to, your progression. So this is one thing that you have to discuss with your child. Yes, we're talking about them being diverse. We're talking about them doing a lot of things, learning new skills. Personally, it's good to learn new skills, and I would put that as part of what I would expect my child to do within this phase. But it's important to continue their progression. GCSE and A-level students, they should not abandon their studies. Okay, they should not abandon their studies, and hence, because their future is not tomorrow, their future starts now. The future is not tomorrow, it starts now. So don't wait for September. You need to start doing what you're meant to do now to get the result that you want in September. One of the things that I did with my daughter when this started, and we realized that nothing will happen. I mean, technically they finished the GCSE, is to list all their subjects and think, okay, what do you think are your grades in all these subjects? And she graded herself. Okay, so we thought, okay, you're in a good place at the moment. So if your result, if you think you're this, you're going to get this, and your teacher thinks you're going to get higher. Also, we had to consider the progress report over the years as well, and we thought, okay, well, fair enough, that's good for now, but they need your guidance at this time. Otherwise, majority of them will not do much. And remember, I'm talking about GCSE and A-levels, because the younger ones, year 10 and below, are still being given work from school, but GCSE students are not given work. Maybe some A-levels are still, but I'm focusing on GCSE and A-levels. So you want to clarify the vision. Okay, we always hear the Stephen Covey, begin with the end in mind, clarify the vision. And these are the things that I want us to do. We want to clarify the vision, know what the output that they want, and then develop the appetite for it. And how do we do it? We will clarify the vision. We want to know the outcome that they want, and we want to develop their appetite towards September so that we get them working. So the first thing is you need to have a discussion with your child about their courses. So like I said, I had a discussion with my daughter, myself and my husband, about our courses, all the courses she's doing, and what she expects from each grade, based on what she's done so far. Of course, to an extent, I feel is subjective. And then by now, you should know, as a father or as a mother, but I'm putting the onus on the fathers, it's your responsibility. By now, you should know the pathway that your child desires to follow. but you can ask them, okay, what pathway do they want to follow? What is their desired profession? Okay, and how will they get there? So if they're doing GCSE now, so you need it's either they're moving on to A levels, or they're doing the BTEC, going through BTEC pathway, or the apprenticeship, or the new T level. It's new, but you know, it's been advertised, and some kids actually want to go through that, and it will be piloted or something like that. You want to find out which route do they want to go through. And the next thing is, which of the courses will they be taking on next year? Okay, so at the moment probably they are doing 10 subjects. In A levels or BTEC, they wouldn't be taking 10 subjects. Probably some schools would take 4, some take 3, some take 4 with the hope of dropping 1 A level, and some take 3. Okay, so you want to trim it down to the subjects that they need to move on to A levels. So for example, say someone that wants to do medicine, for example, will need sciences, physics, chemistry, biology, maybe an additional, maybe maths as an addition. Okay, so these 4 subjects, that's their core, that's what they need. And this is my advice. Every other subject they don't need anymore. So you telling your child, nagging and forcing them to read every day will not do any good to them, because it's not taking them anywhere. What you can do is have a chat with them and trim it down to the 3 or the 4 subjects that they are going to do. By now, they would have gone for some open days, for some interviews, and they should actually know the subjects that they are taking forward. So you have a chat with them and talk about this. Okay, yes, these other 6 subjects you have to drop now, but these 4 subjects, that is what you're taking with you to A levels, BTEC, whatever, and that is what you need to start working on now, so that your brain will not become dormant. Your brain will not become dormant. Okay, and for me, and this is one thing, because the foundation is very important as well, so I have a chat again with them. Honestly, how good are you in this subject?